Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So my name's Katie and today I'm going to be doing my October book haul. So I actually thought I didn't get that many books in October, but then I've just been looking at them now and I'm like hanging my head in shame because I have quite a big pile. And I know I did a massive haul last month as well, which oops. But yeah, well, so yeah, I apologise if any of these books I included in my last haul because I feel like I'm just having a brain freeze and I can't remember a couple of them if I included them or not. I think I actually did, but you know, we're just gonna roll with it. So yeah, so I don't know why I have this top on. I found it in like the dregs of my wardrobe and I thought it was cool, like with the butterflies, but also yeah, try and ignore my hairy armpits. Well, just pretend they don't exist. #feminism. Okay. So let's just get started. That was a tangent there. So we'll start off with a few graphic novels. So the first one I got, well, one graphic novel and 2 manga. So the first one I got is Monstrous Volume 5, which I love the Monstrous series. The art is so pretty. I don't know if you can see. And the story is like dark and like steampunky, but there's some really like wholesome characters as well. But yeah, it's quite like, I don't know what the word is, like seductive? No, I don't think that's quite the right word. Like, I want to say juicy, but that's not the kind of word, like not deductive. I was thinking like dark and seductive. I'm like a walking meme today. There's like that meme where it's like, what do you call like sad and mad? And then there's like 2 characters which are like angry and then one character says smad. Yeah, so it's just dark and like kind of, yeah, I think like the art is so cool. Yeah, so I'm really excited to carry on with this series. And then we have a few more of the Full Metal editions of Full Metal Alchemist, which I've been collecting. I'm only up to like I've only read like volumes 1, 2 and 3, but I have now own up to volume 7. So yeah, I'm excited to have these. This one is volume 6. That's Lust on the cover, I think. And then this one is volume 7, and I think that's May. I think that's her name. But yeah, I love her. She's like this little fierce kid character, and then she has this little killer panda thing. He's so cute. But yeah, don't know who's on the back there. But yeah, so I'm really excited to have both of these, and I'll read them eventually. I'm trying not to read them too fast because then I won't spend money too fast. I have been like buying them. I guess I got 2 this month, so. But to be fair to myself, I did have some Waterstones credit, so you know, what can you do? But yeah, so I'm excited for these, and also some of the like new ones that aren't out yet have like the cover release, and I'm so excited because like one has Winifred, no, what's her name? Winnie something over there. Why can't I remember her name? Anyway, they're like girl character. And Winred. Oh, who knows? Okay. And then and another one has one of the 7 deadly sins, whose name always eludes me, and he's like my second favourite after Envy, but I can't remember his name. I think it might be Pride. Yeah, Pride. I don't know, but yeah, so that's them. And then next, excitingly, I got myself physical copies of Gideon and Harry the 9th. Yeah, so Gideon the 9th and Harry the 9th. So I read these now twice, audiobookly on audiobook, and I love them just as much the second time. So Gideon is the first book, and I didn't know, but she has like sunglasses on the cover, which is so cool. And also the naked jacket's really cool as well, like with the skull. So if you don't know what these are about, they're just really fun. They're like so kind of humorous in tone. I was just looking to see if there was a map. And it's following Gideon, who is like, she's been living in the 9th house all her life, and she's gone and she kind of has this very like rival relationship with the reverend daughter of the house, who's like the princess of the house, called Harrowhark. And I didn't realise until my second read that all the characters' surnames are like related to their house, so I'll talk about that later, but I'll just carry on with the plot. So then Harry one day is going to become this thing called a lictor, which is like where they kind of, the necromancers like ascend to godhood. So Harry's a necromancer, and she recruits Gideon to go along as her cavalier, which is essentially a bodyguard, because Harry's cavalier like ran away, so Gideon has to be her cavalier. And yeah, and so they go to this other house on a different planet, and they sort of this like tournament-y type thing where they're trying to become a lictor kicks off, and then it turns into a bit of a murder mystery. And I think the tagline is like lesbian necromancers in space, and like the lesbian necromancer bit is very true, but this first book, I don't know how much is set in space. Like the world like at large is kind of in space, but a lot of the book takes place in almost like this gothic manor type place, so that's cool. But then Harrow definitely, I get it, Harrow definitely has more elements of space and like space travel and stuff. Harrow the Ninth is such a weird book, but I love it. It all comes together so like beautifully. I wouldn't read Harrow if you didn't like Gideon that much, because if you like Gideon, you'll like Harrow. But I would say if you didn't like Gideon, you probably won't like Harrow. But yeah, it just kind of, it's definitely a book you have to push through with a little bit, just kind of stick to it. In this one, we're kind of following the lictors, and they're very like powerful beings. They remind me a lot of the Golds from Red Rising, and I think it also highlights well the kind of immortal people, how insane they are, and Harry is completely insane. And I love Ianthe in this book. I never really noticed it the first time in Gideon, but in this one, she's one of my favourites. I love her banter with Harrow, it's so funny. But yeah, so this one's really good as well. So I'm really excited to have them, and they're so pretty, like just look at them. So yeah, that's them. Then next we have a gift. My brow's escaping. Then next we have a gift from the lovely Rue from Rue's Reading Corner, who is just the best. She's one of my favourite people on BookTube and in the world. So thank you very much, Rue, for getting this for me. And this is The Space Between Worlds by Micaiah Johnson. Is it Micaiah or Micaiah? It might be Micaiah Johnson. And yeah, I already read this one and I really loved it. It follows Kara, who can like travel between different worlds, but in this like world, it's so you can't travel to parallel worlds where yourself is still alive, so you have to be dead in the other world in order to travel there. And Kara like has the most doppelgangers of herself that are dead, because she's from quite like a poor background. So she's kind of been recruited by this agency to travel to all these different worlds. And yeah, and we're following Kara, and there's some really, really interesting like plot twists, and it's just, yeah, it's a really clever book and it really makes you think. And also I love the relationship in this, it was so sweet. Yeah, oh. And there was some really heartbreaking moments as well. Like there's one chapter in particular which was really painful. But yeah, so this is really good, and thank you so much, Rue. And I think it's really pretty as well. I like the like the kind of face and then the like purple spots. This would be a really good book with like sprayed edges. And maybe I'll have to try some DIY sprayed edges. I was thinking that for Gideon and Harry, like with the black edges. But then I don't know how much I like sprayed edges, so yeah, we'll see. But yeah, so that's that one. And the next was an exciting charity shop find, and that is Best Served Cold by Jo Abercrombie. So I don't really know what this one's about. I think it's a revenge story following a female main character. That's all I really know. And it's set in the First Law world. And I have read the First Law trilogy, and I have mixed feelings slightly, because I enjoyed it, especially the audiobooks. I love the audiobooks. Stephen Pacey is an amazing narrator. But I don't know, I think I didn't like the characters enough for the lack of plot. And also I feel like when there's a lack of plot, I like the characters to develop, but in First Law they don't really. But I have heard really good things about this one, so this is like me giving the First Law another chance. Because actually they're like A Little Hatred and The Trouble with Peace do sound quite good. So if I like this one, I might read them. I don't really have any interest in like the other two. short stories, no, not short stories, like standalone stories, like The Hero and Red Country, I think they're called. But yeah, this one is definitely the one that interested me most. It's quite chunky. How long is it? Yeah, well, like 650 pages. So yeah, that's quite big. But yeah, I'm excited, and I actually think this is really pretty. Like, I don't love the first Law covers, but maybe I do now, because I really like this one. And yeah, it was £2, so that's like, you can't beat that. So yeah, and it's in good condition. Like, the spine, you can't even really tell the spine's like cracked. It's only cracked a little bit. Yeah, so I'm very happy with this one. Okay, then next I got The Library at Mount Chart by Scott Hawkins. I can't remember if I included this in my last haul or not. I'm a bit hazy on the details, but yeah, I'm about halfway through this, and it's so weird, but it's so like addicting in a way. It's like following these kind of people. They're sort of kids, but I'm not entirely clear how old they are, so I almost think they're like kidults. But yeah, and they kind of live in this like library, and they have all these weird powers. And they're also a bit like psychopathic. And yeah, I don't really know what's going on. There's like, they keep framing people for murder and go around killing people, and it's all a bit crazy. And they have this mysterious like father figure who's like looked after them. But I think they're trying to like rescue the father, who's now become trapped in the house because they've been like banished to the like real world, like the Americans they call them, so I'm guessing America. But yeah, so that's that one. And yeah, and this is like a floppy one from the US, which is cool. So yeah, so that's that one. Then I'm pretty sure I did include Castle of Tangled Magic in my last book haul, but just in case I didn't, then here it is. And this is like a kind of Russian folklore, Slavic folklore type book, and it reminds me a little bit of Anastasia as well, and like the kind of elemental magic type things like you get in Frozen 2, and also the like magical forest. So yeah, it's really cool middle grade. I really enjoyed it reading it, and the cover's just so pretty. But like I said, I'm pretty sure I included this in the last one, so you know. And then I also got Ari Shaw and the Tree of Wishes. I may have also included this one in the last one, and my brain's just stopped working. But in case I didn't, again, then this is Ari Shaw and the Tree of Wishes, which is the third book in the Pandava Quartet, and this is by Roshani Chokshi, and I'm really excited to read this as well. This series is just such a cute little middle grade. And then I saved the best to last because I got a physical ARC from the publisher, and it was nothing other than One Last Stop by Casey McCriston, which is like one of my most anticipated reads ever, if not just for 2021, like ever. And look at how pretty it is, and I just love the like tones of the cover, like the pinks and the purples. I love pink and purple. Got my pink scrunchie in. And yeah, and I already read it, of course, and just loved it so much. Oh, I'm gonna talk more about it in my wrap up, and also I have a reading vlog for it, and then I also filmed a dedicated review, which I will put up at some point. I don't know when, but yeah, I just love it. It's like a kind of time slip and like sapphic rom-com. That would be like the tagline, I guess. And it's just so cute. Like, I love both characters, and it has a really kind of introspective feel, almost like it like really hits you in the feels and sort of examines like what it means to like love and let go and like the past. And yeah, it's just so good. So yeah, I would highly recommend it, and obviously it's such a cute like romance as well. So yeah, so that's that one, which is just so exciting. So yeah, okay, so I'm in a different outfit, got my Bridgeford top on, and because it is a different day, but my book haul is going up tomorrow, and there's just a couple of extra books that I wanted to include, which I've acquired in the time since I filmed that haul, and they're two very exciting books, so I obviously wanted to include them in this haul. So the first one is Hollypocks by Jessica Townsend, and it's The Hunt for Morrigan Crow, and this is the third book in the Nevermore series, and I really love this one. I actually already read it because I like read it on the day I got it, and I'm going to show you the like inside of the dust jacket because it's so pretty. Not the inside of the dust jacket, the naked, what's this called, the like naked hardcover. So that's just stunning. I love that so much. And like the end pages, is that what they're called? Yeah, so I just love, it feels and then on the back we've got the shadow thing. And yeah, so this was a really great installment in the series. I don't know how to, like, because obviously it's the third book in the series, but like, so in the first one, in Nevermore, Morrigan like gets whisked away, so she's due to, like, she's cursed to like die on her 11th birthday, I think it is, but then just before she gets whisked away by this mysterious figure called Jupiter North to this magical like land called Nevermore, which is very whimsical, and she has to there undergo trials to get membership to this special society called the Wondrous Society, which is like an elite society. And they people have powers called knacks, and then that's kind of what it's about. So in this one, there's kind of a mysterious like illness going around that's affecting the Wunimals, which are like animals but sentient. So it really, this book reminded me so much of Zootopia, which is like one of my favourite films. So yeah, I love that about it. So yeah, that's that one. And then the most exciting book in this haul, and just in life and in the entire year, and this is Redeemed 2020, and that is Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson. And I am so excited to have this, and I was so lucky to be sent this a little bit early by the publisher, which is insane because I was expecting an art copy, but they sent me a finished copy, which is just stunning. And I love the kind of flowers and like Shallan with a big sword, and it's so cool, and like the mountains, and yeah, I just love it. And I'm kind of tempted to buy myself the US hardback as well, of Rhythm of War, because I love the cover of the US one as well. It's got Shallan and Adlin on the back, and yeah, so, but I'm just so excited to have this, and it's so big. So yeah, I've read part 1 so far, which I'm doing my reading vlog for, which will probably be up like soon, maybe Wednesday, we'll see. So yeah, I'm just so excited to have this, and I feel like if you don't know what the Stormlight Archive is, have you been watching my videos? But no, but this has a huge like epic series, and this is the 4th installment. And yeah, it's just easily one of my like most anticipated books ever, and I'm just so excited to read it. So yeah, there'll be lots of Cosmere and Rhythm of War content on my channel in this November. So yeah, be excited for that, and I'm so happy. So yes, it's beautiful. Yes. Okay. That is everything. So I hope you enjoyed this book haul, and if you did, please leave me a comment down below because I always love getting comments. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I hope you're all having a great day, and I'll see you next time.